Going live in three, two, one.
Hey, who going after me?
Good afternoon and welcome to HDUBLive.com edition of the HWPM Live Show. Today is National Women's History Month. We're celebrating annually in March all women across the nation. This month honors women's contributions to American history and society, fighting for equality, historical and modern day change makers, and their contributions that they have given to this country. Today, we, we will be going over historical points of Detroit women. And here to highlight those points are our cast of HDub Live in the PM. Sierra, take it away.
The person I will be telling you about is Elizabeth Lizetta Dennison Forth. Dennison was born into slavery in the 1780s in Detroit, but in 1807 she was able to cross into Canada to freedom along with her parents and siblings. She later came back to Detroit around 1812. Soon after, she became the first black property owner in Oakland County, purchasing 48 acres of land and is now known as Pontiac. She also used the money for her state to develop St. James Episcopal Church on Grosse Isle, which she created so that people from all walks of life could worship together, which remains true to this day. You can find Dennison's historical marker on land that she formerly owned, known as Oak Hill Cemetery, and not surprisingly made it into the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame.
And now up next, Laquan.
Hello, I'm Laquan, and the Detroit woman I chose to select is Fannie Richards. She was the first black school teacher in Detroit. She also was the first kindergarten educational program to Michigan schools after studying in Germany with Friedrich, who helped pioneer the concept. She was one of many Detroit leaders who opposed segregated public schools. There are lots of women who took a strong hold in Detroit, but she was one of the ones I selected.
And now next, Jayla.
This one is Women's History Month. Today, I want to recognize a few Detroit women who have made a difference, such as Helen Thomas, who was the first female officer of the National Press Club, the first female member and president of the White House Correspondents Association, and the first female of the Gratiron Club. Ruth Ellis, who was the LGBTQ activist. At a time when few people were comfortable revealing their sexual orientation, Ruth Ellis lived her long life on her own terms. And Agnes Mary Mather distinguished herself in the corporate, academic, religious, and political arenas as professor of chemistry and president of Mercy College of Detroit, and as a member of the board of directors of Michigan Bell Telephone and the National Bank of Detroit. She was also a 1982 candidate for Congress. Recognizing women in history is important because we draw strength and inspiration from those who come before us. And those remarkable women working among us today, they are part of our story and a truly balanced and inclusive history recognize how important women have always been in American society.
And up next, Lexi.
Okay. In celebrating Women's History Month, it's worth acknowledging influential rap artists who have made a mark in our scene. Cash Doll, a Detroit artist, has made a significant impact on music by bringing a unique blend of confidence and authenticity to her work. Her contributions to the rap and hip hop scene, along with her empowering lyrics, have resonated with listeners, especially empowering women in the industry.
Thank you, Lexi. And now, Shakira.
This is Kara talking to you on HDUB Radio, talking to you about Ruth Ellis. Ruth Ellis was an amazing LGBTQ activist and an important figure in Detroit's history. She had made significant contributions to the LGBTQ rights movement and fought for equality and justice. It's inspiring to learn about such trailblazers who have made positive impacts on society. Ruth Ellis also had made several notable achievements. She was co-founded in the Detroit chapter of the Daughters of Bilitis, that, which was one of the first lesbian rights organization in the United States. She also provided a safe space for LGBTQ individuals at her home, which became a gathering place for the community. Ruth Ellis was a strong advocate for LGBTQ rights, and her activism played a significant role in advancing equality and acceptance. Thank you so much for listening. This is Kira. Have a good day.
Thank you, ladies, for giving your renditions of a moment in history for National Women's History Month. Our next show that we do, we will be covering the suffrage era where women first gained the right to vote. Thank you all for listening out there on Facebook and YouTube. You'll hear more from HDUB Power 105.com in the future.